The Thompsons followed the house rules without question until the fourth rule appeared and they realized it was already too late. The Thompsons had followed the strange house rules ever since they moved in: leave one chair at the table empty, never lock the attic door, and never play music after midnight. It all seemed harmless until Sarah's birthday. After a warm family dinner, Mark played Sarah's favorite song on the stereo. They laughed, the kids danced, and for a moment, everything felt perfect. But at 12:03 a.m., the music abruptly stopped. The stereo crackled with static, then went silent. The house seemed to exhale. Upstairs, something creaked. "Old pipes," Mark muttered. But when Sarah checked the attic door later that night, she found it shut and locked. The key was still on the counter where they'd left it. She tried to force it open, but it wouldn't budge. "Must have jammed," Mark said, but his voice lacked conviction. The next morning, Ellie, the youngest, asked, "Who was the man at the table last night?" Sarah froze. "What man?" "The man in the empty chair. He smiled at me." Mark dismissed it as a bad dream, but Sarah couldn't shake the unease. The empty chair at the dining table felt colder now, its emptiness oppressive, like it was waiting for something, or someone. That evening, Mark's curiosity got the better of him. He grabbed a crowbar and pried open the attic door. Inside, a room filled with dust and old furniture awaited. In the corner stood a tarnished mirror, its surface cloudy and chipped. For a brief moment, Mark thought he saw movement behind him, something in the reflection, but when he turned around, the room was empty. At 3 a.m., the attic door slammed shut on its own. The next morning, as Sarah prepared breakfast, she noticed something new on the fridge. A fourth rule had appeared, written in trembling script. 4. You've invited them in. Panic set in. The Thompsons packed their things ready to leave. But when they went to find Ellie, she was nowhere to be found. They searched the house frantically, only to find her in the attic, standing motionless in front of the tarnished mirror. Her reflection smiled, but her face remained blank, expressionless. Behind her, the empty chair from the dining room now sat in the corner of the attic. It wasn't empty anymore. The Thompsons tried to call out to her, but Ellie didn't respond. She simply stared at her reflection, the smile growing wider. The house had taken what it wanted. And in the silence, the family could hear the creak of footsteps from the shadows, drawing closer.